up, guys? V331 today, picking it up and just gonna do a quick vid and show you guys what we did with this. It's not a bow build video, but it's definitely a video where we're gonna show what we're working with, and then we will do a V327 verse 3-1 shoot off and let you know our honest opinion and the different vibes we have. Come along.
Where there's a will, there's a way. Don't quit, I'm here to stay. Yeah.
Boom, magic. First shot at 20 yards. Aiming at one, still a little left, but the height was good, so that was a good estimate. So hey guys, we're going to use this engaged limb to show you kind of how it works on the V3, just so we can suspend it so you can see it, but it'll actually hold your bow up by itself, which is pretty slick. And I haven't put it on here yet. So it locks in underneath the limb pocket under here, and then you rotate the limb leg forward and it cinches onto the limb pocket, and you can just set your bow down, loaded arrow and everything. It holds itself up, which is really pretty dope. And that works on most of all the new bows, works back to the VXRs, and I want to say the Verdicts, and I might even work on the Halons. I gotta check. But anything with this wide limb attachment, other than if you have a Prima or some of the ladies or short draw length bows that have narrower limb pockets, the slim limb leg is what you need for that. We do sell these online, and it matches the best price anywhere in the country. Just so you're aware, we can ship it right to you. I'll say they're $79.95 delivered. So have them both in stock. All right, we're gonna set our third axis. Now we're gonna move the whole assembly over because Dan's running out of left room, but it's the first axis screws that you take off first. So I'm just gonna unscrew it. We're gonna have to go back and level it because this goes loose. Now, if we had the most current Pro Sight version for black gold, it has a micro drive first axis, and you wouldn't actually have to reset your rail with that because it would stay put even when you disconnected it. But this one's got the original slide, so it's all going to go loose on us when we do it. I'm going to take that off. Now that we've got that apart, if you look under here, and I'm going to pull it back a little bit, there's a series of holes underneath here for moving the whole assembly left and the whole assembly right. Dan's assembly needs to go farther to the left, so I'm going to unbolt these two screws, and then you can see the screw holes underneath that allow it to go farther to the left than it already does. Here, there you go, little gooey. So if you look under there, there's two sets of holes. Been used and it's dirty. It was in these holes. We're going to move it into those holes, and then we'll grab the rest of the adjustment that we need to easily move the sight over left and right enough and still have some windage left. We were getting to where it was going to get sighted in and be like at the max end of your windage. So if something changes on your bow over time, if you put a broadhead on and it hits a little left and you don't have the know-how or the ability to retune it or adjust your limb shims or what have you to get that to sight in, an easy way to do it is just simply to move your sight over a little bit. And that's how the black golds do it. All the sliding black gold sights, from the Ascent to the Assault to the Pro Sight, all have this kind of bracket in it and have those different screws in there to where you can move it left. And 90% of the bows that we put together right out of the gate, they're close to maxed out left already. Sometimes they're not, but I'd say 90% of them are. And that probably is a reflection of the bows that we carry that require them to be a little farther left than most. But you do have more adjustment. I'm just going to tighten those up, make sure they're good. Slip back forward. Put your same sight back on. And then if you don't have the micro first axis, you will have to go re-level your rail, which we did earlier. We'll just run back and do it again real quick. But you're going to have a whole bunch more left movement. And if you look at the sight, you can just blatantly see it. It's much farther to the left than it was. Where am I at? There it is. And that is how you max out your leftward movement on a sliding black gold sight. It's really pretty easy. A lot of people don't know that's underneath there. So if you ran out of room on your sight or you're maxed out and it makes you uncomfortable, just take it apart, move it over, bolt it back together. It's kind of hard to screw it up. Ironic too.
Well, you're gonna pull for me and everything, huh?
Yeah, I want to make sure the peep's coming around right. What I don't want to have happen is have you go home and shoot it this weekend and have your peep going on you and you having to try to address that yourself. Because my whole point and purpose with this is just that you are resolved and ready to use this thing on Monday and feel good about it.
So when I'm pushing, which I'm focusing more on pushing, not in here, more here.
Correct.
Just double checking.
Yep.
Don't heel that mother trucker.
Before you do that, I want to give you just a tiny. Wait, there you go. Yeah, no heelys. We don't want no heelys.
Looks like it wants to go a little to the right.
Tiny bit.
Okay, so another question I'm getting.
Yeah.
Guys want to fletch like we fletch.
Mm-hmm.
Can you do that helical with 4 millimeters?
Yeah, it'll actually be more.
Okay.
Smaller your arrow, the more the twist. Everything else being set the same. So yeah, that true helical jig, that puts a 6-degree helical on. I don't know of a fletching jig that can make 6 degrees. And that degree will look like more or less as the shaft size gets bigger or smaller. It's like a 4 millimeter shaft. It's actually going to look like more helical than on
Makes sense to me.
5 millimeter shaft or a 166 ID, 204 ID versus 246 ID or 244. Or in your fractions, 1564, 1764, and 1964s.
Thanks for knowing your fractions.
Well,
what do you think?
That's how they identify field points. We want to do this just a sketch, and see if it keeps giving us that, which I don't think it will. And then we're gonna back up to about 7 yards and shoot at a dot. Yeah, what dot are you aiming at, number 3?
Yep.
Yeah, you're good. You're gonna be low, probably, little. Yeah.
We can oblige. That's easy.
I mean, I get when you're trying to long bomb stuff and have stuff that looks right. I totally get that, so we can get